Member of Parliament for Asutifi South, Collins Dauda, has called on the Appointments Committee to prioritize questioning ministerial nominees on their areas of expertise rather than delving into their personal lives. Testifying before the committee investigating the chaos that erupted during a recent vetting session, Collins Dauda also advocated for more time to be allocated to subject committee members on the Appointments Committee to ensure a thorough assessment of nominees. ChannelOne News' Charles Owusukumi has more in the following report.
The Bedra Committee investigating the vetting committee chaos of January 30 resumed its public hearings today, February 10, 2025. Even before any witness was heard, the chairman read a memo from the Minority Caucus explaining their reasons for abstaining from the proceedings of the committee.
The Minority Caucus considered it prudent to await the Speaker's response before taking further steps in relation to the committee's work. This should not be misconstrued as unwillingness on part of the minority to engage with the committee. Rather, it's a necessary step to ensure that due process is followed and the process remains fair, impartial, and credible. We trust that the Speaker will address these concerns in a manner that upholds the integrity of the committee's work.
A private citizen, George Opeku, who appeared before the committee at the last public hearing, reappeared today, explaining his reasons for being amongst the members of Parliament during the chaos of January 30.
Then I stood up from where I was sitting from the gallery and came here. When they started throwing the chairs, mature people standing up, taking chairs, throwing on the table.
Thank you, Mr. George. So, as the chiefs were exiting, you decided that you should move to where the commotion was happening?
No. I stood here for a while, and there was no amount of word that can stop them. So I went there. I moved from there and they said, what are you people doing? I know a few of them. I mentioned them and I said, what are you doing? Just take it easy. As my civic duty, I did not regret of the way I was able to salvage some of the damages, or they should have done more harm to what is going on.
Other members of the Majority Caucus, including the Majority Chief Whip, Roxy Nelson Dafiameko, testified before the committee today.
They'll lift a chair, dump it on the table. It happened for like 10 minutes or 15 minutes. And some even threatened pushing the chairs across to our side. Okay, provocation, but we didn't react. Then now they were lifting the tables, the side of the table, they were flipping it sort of. Now, if you don't go and restore, if you don't go and prevent that from happening, they could flip it and you may get hurt. So, yes, some of my members went there to ask it to stop the flipping of the tables, to prevent it. So they will flip it, they will bring it down. They will flip it, they will bring it down. And it was, I'll rather commend them for trying to ensure that order was restored. I rather commend my members who tried, including myself, that we were trying to restore order.
Yeah, earlier on, one of the marshals appeared before the committee, and I asked whether the intervention.
Also appearing before the special committee was the longest-serving Member of Parliament for Asutifi South, the Honourable Collins Dauda. Now, he had some advice for the Appointments Committee on how to improve upon the vetting process.
The previous appointments committees never had the benefit of subject matter committee members sitting in. The purpose of bringing in subject matter committees is to test the knowledge of the nominee in the area where he has been nominated to go and work. That, I think, should be the focus of the vetting committee members. But after subject matter committees ask 1 or 2 questions, they spend, let's say, 5 minutes, 10 minutes maximum. And questions which are unrelated to the subject area where the nominee is going, takes 3 hours.
Despite the absence of some of the witnesses, the special committee set up by the Speaker to investigate the chaos that ensued during a vetting session on January 30 has concluded with its public hearings. The committee is now expected to put together its report and present it to the House. From Parliament's House, Yenokra, Charles Ozukmi for Channel One News.